Alright. Alright. It's actually really nice that you can skip those cutscenes now. Like, when the game came out, you couldn't skip cutscenes and text. And then Playtonic actually took the feedback and they made the cutscenes and the text skippable. So it's a way more enjoyable speed game. Because you don't have to mash through text and watch cutscenes for the first 7 minutes of the game. So right in the beginning, the fastest movement is to do jump attacks. Later we get the roll, but for now this is the fastest movement. And basically, Trouser that you just saw, the snake with the trousers. Let me get this real quick. Alright. So he's requiring you to get 5 quills and give it to him, then he opens the gate and there's a cutscene for that. And then he talks to you, but we can actually skip that by just jumping over those trees and like avoiding that whole scenario. And we don't need those quills yet because we can collect a lot later. Also, there would be another cutscenes. Not all cutscenes are skippable, by the way, but there's like a trespassing cutscene with Dr. Quack. But if we just jump right over the loading zone there, we can actually skip that cutscene as well. So that worked out well. The most crucial part of the run is actually in the very beginning. There's a trick that saves about 5 minutes. And in practice I wasn't too consistent, so I hope it goes well. If not, I have a backup route, of course, so it doesn't kill the run or anything. Alright. There's actually like a parkour to get up there, but we can just jump on that convenient statue there. And then just climb the statue immediately. It's kinda precise, but we should get it. Alright, there we go. Alright. Now we do the 7 quits and the page is talking to you and it actually saves time to just exit the game, go in there again and just skip the whole conversation. Alright, now we get the raw move. We will use that for the entirety of the run. There's actually even faster movement options. You can do like a spin dash like you can do in Sonic games, but you only see that in longer categories. It's actually pretty nice since there's a short category. Any percent is like 30 minutes now. If you do it without flight, even less, but that's pretty tough. But even if you enjoy longer categories, you have 100 pages, which is any percent with without the final door skip, which is like 2 to 2.5 hours, and then you can do 100% as well, which is between 4 and 5 hours. Alright. Now comes the most important trick of the run. It's pretty tough, probably the hardest trick. So we use this cutscene to clip out of bounds, and the cutscene only plays once, so we get a one-time chance. So if we mess it up, then it's all over. I need to get to the other side by barely staying out of bounds and using the edge of the pipe to actually get over there. Nice, I actually got it. We just need to make the ending, but that should be a lot easier than the beginning there. As I said, I fall down. Okay. Time to do a backup route. I didn't expect to actually mess up the easy part. I'm sure you hear that a lot in a marathon run.
Can I just say something real quick?
Sure.
We have 2 new donation goals for Final Fantasy 13 to defeat 2 super bosses at the end of the run. Each donation goal is $200, so that's going to be right after this, I believe.
Alright, so now we do Trouble first. Usually we do Tribal later and get into the second hub world. And the advantage of getting to the second hub world is that we don't have to do the first quiz. You could actually skip the first quiz. And also, in order to get to the second hub world, you have to either do the trick or get one Pagey in the ice world in Glitter Glaze Glacier. And in order to get to Glitter Glaze Glacier, you have to pay 3 Pages. So I have to get 3 extra Pages now. That's where the time loss comes from. Alright, so in this world we collect 60 quills. They're the currency in this game, and you can buy moves from Trouser. So I'll do that while collecting some Pages on the way. So there's an energy bar. It's not used too much in this category, but for example now my energy is running low from the rolling since it consumes energy. But if you get butterflies, you can refill the energy, which I just did. And if you eat the butterflies, you can regain health. But I hope I won't have to use that in this run. Alright, I'm doing some air attacks in order to get some... Because the thing is, whenever you... Oops, I forgot I didn't have glides. Because you actually have that in the other route. Alright. So whenever you don't use your energy meter, then it replenishes after some time, but even if you use it just a tiny bit... I'm gonna do a backup strat there. Should have done that the first time. Okay, now we can get a tonic that actually extends the amount we can stay in roll, so this is really helpful for a run. It's kinda NG+, but the community decided that it's allowed in runs, so we take advantage of that. Alright, now we have to collect the 3 pieces to get the entire Pagey. I collect them like in a certain order to make sure that the text boxes of all the 3 Pagey pieces are done by the time I arrive there. Because they queue up, so if you would get the Pageys late, you would actually have to wait in front of the Pagey until the text finishes. Alright. So, I'm staying in out of raw mode for now to replenish my energy, which should finish right after I'm done with this. Yeah, it just got to full health. Oh, full energy. Alright. This is actually a parkour section. It's really short, but I struggled a lot in my very first casual playthrough. But now with speedrunning, it's become pretty easy to do. But I'm sure everyone who played it casually or even the demo knows how hard this actually could be. Alright, now we got 60 quills. Like each move costs 30 quills in the beginning. Of course they cost more later, but we don't need any more moves than just the 2. So we get Slop State and then we get Body Slam. It's actually important to remember which move you learn first, because it's actually a question in the quiz later. I also have to keep track of my Pagey counts and my quill count, because that can also come up in the quiz. It even asks you for how long you've been playing, so if that question comes up, you have to tell me the time on the in-game timer or on the marathon timer. Alright, let's just do the puzzle. We have a good cycle here. I hope I can avoid the detector. Oh, okay, I can't. It's fine. I'm just gonna get some damage, but it's not losing much. Maybe 3 seconds. Alright, let's see if we can get the damage boost from the flame. To get up there. Oh well. Would have been pretty lit, but we didn't get it. Alright, another problem I have with the setup is that there's a fire puzzle, and I would always get it in the route. But for some reason my game would always softlock. Like I tried reinstalling the game, deleting all my save files, but nothing worked, so I'll have to skip that pagey and get a different pagey. But I already prepared a different route, so it's not gonna lose too much time. The fire pagey is to the left, the puzzle, but we can't go there.
Quick donation here if now's a good time.
Yeah, sure.
Alright, we got a $5 anonymous donation saying, his legs are long, he is a gooey. Here my $5 to take down that buoy. Greetings from London, Germany, LUL. Lol.
Alright. So now since we have to use the different route to get extra pages in Shipwreck Creek, which we wouldn't usually get, I'm just gonna take that butterfly on the way. It loses barely any time, and it's gonna help us to not die on the final fight, which would lose a lot of time as well. Alright, let's get that pagey from Blasto, which is basically a hidden tribute to Banjo-Kazooie. Like, there's a red bird in it, which is obviously a reference for Kazooie and Banjo-Kazooie. Alright. We can save and quit and get back into the hub world. We will always spawn in the book that we last spawned out of, so since we are like in the middle of the hub world again, it doesn't lose too much time to get those. Right. So we basically just need to get 10 pages in order to open the casino world. Because after we get one page in the casino world, we actually get flight from Trouser. And we have to use flight to, or we can use flight to skip the final door. You would have to pay 100 pages to get into there. But we just clip out of bounds and get there from underneath. Alright. So now we have to do the quiz. Since now text is skippable, I'm actually gonna just skip through the text and try to see what the right answer is by the three choices I have. So let's hope it's some easy questions. I didn't practice quiz 1 that much because I wouldn't think I would mess up the first trick. Alright, that's Trouble Sack or Travel Village. So if you answer a question within the first 5 seconds, you actually advance 2 spaces instead of just 1. How many quilts I have? 60. Right. It's pretty easy to keep track of, since we only take the minimum amount to get the 2 moves that we learned earlier. Alright, 2 more questions. First transformation was a plant. We didn't use it. You don't use any transformation in the any % run. In 100 pages you use 3, I think. And in 100% you use all of them, of course, because you have to get all of the pages and quills.
Wilko, are you reading the Yooka-pedia?
I actually did. Just in the beginning, to get like all the questions, because you could just play it. I played through it casually, but even casually I got everything first try, because I just played really slowly, looked at everything. So if you just play the game, you can answer every question. If you just jump right into speedrunning, of course, you will have some problems with it. At least with certain questions. It also tells you... Like, he can also tell you to not look at your phone while doing the quiz. I'm sure people have done that as well.
Oh, I just want to say a thing about what you just did. Can you explain why everything's unlocked already? Because you had to complete the game beforehand, right?
Oh yeah, I can explain that after this. So now we would have to do a... Oh, I got a second try, that was pretty nice. We would have to go through the maze and then get up to the pagey. But we could just clip through there if we have the right angle and the right timing. So yeah, the tonics... the thing is with the tonics that they get unlocked when you play the game. But if you start a new file, then they don't delete or anything. So they're always there unless you delete your entire Steam history. So in the end, the community was like debating and then making some polls, and we decided that tonics are just allowed for like every run, so it wouldn't be too complicated. They don't really break the game too much. They might do some stuff a little bit easier, but for the most part they just skip some annoying parts of the run. Because you get more energy basically for the most part, and then you get a stronger move at the very end for the final fight. But it doesn't change the final fight too much. Alright, here's a slope that you aren't supposed to climb. Let me see if I can get that. Alright, got the double jump there. You're not supposed to do that. Usually Yooka has the ability to like slope up certain certain objects and then become that object. So for that one I would have to slope up honey to get sticky and I could get up there, but you can just use a trick to get up there anyways. You actually see the next location like just here. You're supposed to slurp up cannonballs in order to become metal and go over this bridge, but if you do a very precise jump and account for the wind, you can actually go through there as well. I just noticed I didn't have to go there. That was with the other route. Alright, let's go back. I can show you the beginner's strat on the way back, in case you don't want to go full speed with the roll. And you can just jump on that pole right here. And then do a spin attack, double jump. And then maybe an air attack. That would be pretty good. I'm gonna skip the air attack. But yeah, basically, you can cover a lot of distances by extending your jump with the spin attack from a ledge. Alright, you can also always see where the next worlds are with the numbers. Like, before the patch, it used to be that you had to... oh, I didn't get the paging legislation. But yeah, before that, you had to explore yourself and figure things out for yourself. But a lot of people didn't like that, I guess, so they complained and they put that in to make it easier. Alright, in order to make spawn trouser that teaches you a certain move, you have to get one page in a certain world. So we have to get one page in Glitterglass Glacier, and then we will be back in the hub world. And then we actually will skip the third world entirely and go to the fourth world, which is the casino. I think I'm not gonna meet the estimate. That's fine. Alright, let's keep in mind that we just got 3 quills there, because if there's another quill question on the second quiz, we need to know that it's actually 63 that we collected entirely in the game. Another thing to notice that like certain cycles and clips behave differently if you have a different FPS. So we actually decided to, like, basically this cycle, if you play on if you don't play on 60 FPS, you actually have to wait there for like 10 seconds. But if you play on 60 FPS, you barely make it.
Do I have time to say something quickly, Wilko?
Sure, sure.
We're actually at $91,900. The tracker's actually 10,000 off right now. So let's get to 100k, guys.
So yeah, basically the thing is with the fixed FPS, like if you just run the game without limiting your FPS, that means that people with a better PC will have an easier time with certain tricks or a harder time with other tricks, but usually it was always better to have higher FPS. So we had to find some common ground to make it fair for everyone, so we decided to limit the FPS to 60. I can actually maybe show you how the game behaves on different FPS on like one certain page later. I mean, you wouldn't be allowed to do that in a run, but just for a very short showcase. Will only take a couple of seconds. Alright, so we learned Buddy Bubble, which enables us to walk underwater by creating a bubble. And we can also ground pound that trigger, which wouldn't be possible if we would just dive. And you can actually also speed up in water a lot by just creating a lot of small bubbles. Looks kinda weird, but that's how Platonic does things. Alright. Nice, got that one. You have to like jump on the book, and then it wobbles around on the water, of course, and then you have to take the maximum height from that to actually make that to that pipe. So that worked out pretty nicely. Alright. I'm gonna do a setup here now. And if I don't get the setup, I'm gonna actually unlimit the FPS, and then he's gonna move like 3 times slower. Let's see if the setup works though. Okay, I missed it. So you see he moves like really fast, and it's like really hard to get him. But just go to options and unlimit the FPS. So now it should be a lot easier. Alright, let's put it back up though, because I will need a lower FPS later. Alright. Basically, there's a trick at the end where you have to clip out of bounds, and it's considerably easier on lower FPS. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but I assume it's like with the physics engine that it works differently. I'm not too knowledgeable about the tech stuff, so just what I assume. Also, I play the game in English, but there's actually theory. I think somebody actually even confirmed that it would be technically fastest to play the game in Russian, because it's less characters, but it would save like a minimal amount of time in the quizzes. But you have to answer the quiz questions, right? So good luck doing that in Russian. Alright, let's jump on this one to skip right to World 3. We would have to learn a move to actually do that, to get up here. With like kind of a hook shot, but luckily they put those bushes as aesthetics, which we actually can use to just skip through stuff. Alright, here comes another quiz. Ah, that was Wally, right? Okay. Never sure if it's Wally or Ollie, but I guess it was right there. Blaster Bowling. It was a question about arcade games. There's arcade games you can play. I think 8 or 9 of them. But yeah, Blaster Bowling was not one of them. Alright, 63. So, good that we kept that quill counts in the back of our minds. Like, those were like pretty far apart, like the different answers. But sometimes they're like really close to each other, like just one quill. Or when it comes to time questions, maybe like one minute. Alright, that's Planker. Alright, now we just need to learn Camouflage. Like, basically Yooka can turn invisible. It takes a lot of energy, but we need that in order to get to the fourth world, the casino. We actually used to be able to do a skip that could actually skip Camouflage, but that was patched in the last patch. Not directly, but more indirectly. Because before, if you would leave... If you would leave the game and then come back, you would actually spawn the last loading zone you spawned out of. But now you spawn the last world you spawn out of. So even if you would clip in there, you would be stuck behind the gate and couldn't get out. So all we need to do is just get one page in there. So I need some water because my throat has been kind of sore the last couple of days. But yeah, this world actually works a bit differently than other worlds. You don't get pages directly, or at least only very few here. So we have to collect 10 tokens and actually exchange them for one pagey. And we only need 2 underwater. And we can get up here. Need those 3 though. There we go.
I got a question for you, Wilko. Does the recent patch for this game fix any of the clips, or they just leave them all like exactly the same?
Some of them, but like they actually knew about certain glitches because they follow the speedrunning community a bit. So like the early waterworks that I did in the beginning, they didn't patch that out, but there was a glitch where you could clip out of bounds with the helicopter in this world, like the transformation of this world. And that could actually happen in casual play. It happened to me in my very first casual play. So I can totally understand that they take that out, but they leave other speed mechanics in there. Like also extending your spin dash by having a right timing and stuff to build up speed. So there has been like some things patched out, but they didn't really patch out anything that wasn't disturbing for like casual playthroughs. Alright, and that's it. Now we learn flight, skip the final door, and then do the final boss fight. Take another sip.
Do you prefer any percent or 100% as Game Walker?
I was mainly running 100 pages in the end, which is like any percent without the flight skip. 100%. I wanted to do it, but the one thing that's kind of held me off of it is that you have to do the arcade games. And basically all of them are auto-scrollers except one. So, and you have to do them twice. Like, first you get one pagey by beating it. And then you have to get another pagey by getting a certain challenge within the minigame. So that's like half an hour of just arcade games. So I stick to any percent. No final door skip. Alright, we just got a tonic that gives us a strong ground pound. So we're gonna use that in the final fight. Alright, here, so now we clip out of bounds. Get behind the wall. And then fly under the walls. Alright, that's fine. We can do it again. Basically what you want to do there is sorry. You can damn. Alright, I think I need to drink another sip of water first. I need to wait for my energy to replenish anyways. Alright, there we go. Alright, last chance. We got it. 1 HP. Okay, that was good. You wanna fall down as much as possible before starting the flight by like edge cancelling it. Alright, so that was pretty good. I think I have to do the rest without commentary, because I've been kinda sick and now I'm kinda losing my voice. So
You're pretty good.
Alright, did I get in there? Yes, okay. So one final quiz.
Just want to say again, coming up next is Final Fantasy 13, and we got some donation goals for those. If you want to see some super bosses being killed during the run, extra, get those donations in for that. And we're getting pretty close to 100k, so yeah, let's try and get it.
Alright, I looked at the timer there real quick. I know I was cheating, but wanna go fast. Alright, final fight coming up.
Shouts to the Womp King. Wilko, is this where your chat spams be yourself? Yeah, it's the final boss in the game.
Oh no. Well, I don't think I can do this actually. I would have to avoid an entire rocket cycle. We'll see. The bad thing about this speedrun is that if you die at the boss fight, you will actually have to do all phases again.
Just so you guys know, coming up next after this is going to be Final Fantasy 13. It's going to be a long, cozy run if you like RPG games. It's going to be around a 5-hour run, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Alright, if the next rocket hits, then it's time. Alright, time. Yeah, that was basically Yooka-Laylee. If you want to get into Yooka-Laylee, we actually have a community Discord, and we also have a channel for newcomers, so feel free to try the game out if you want to. Alright, I guess that's it.
Catch the wall.
quick to fall, too fast to push away, away. I miss the warmth of your touch and your embrace. No one ever made me feel so safe, so safe. Slow down, don't forget me now. I don't wanna fade out of your memory, your memory. Hold up, I know I had my doubts, but I want to fade back into your memory, your memory, your memory. I always seem to take the wrong turn, repeating history. When will I learn? I learn. I miss the way that you smile when you look at me. No one ever made me feel so free, so free. Slow down, don't forget me now. I don't wanna fade out of your memory, your memory. Hold up, I know I had my doubts, but I want to fade back into your memory, your memory, your memory.
We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
Okay.
Okay.
Hello. I can't
So-
hear game sound, by the way. I can't see myself. Oh, there we go. Yeah, okay, it's fine.
So
I just realized.
okay, I'm gonna go to the count of 3, and we can start.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.